This topic of responding and not reacting, I'll tell you, as a parent, as a provider who works with kids and adults with sometimes really challenging behaviors, can be not so easy. I think it's so important that we just even talk about it and have some self-awareness as parents and as providers. If you're working with people with chronic pain, if you're working with people with mental health challenges, if you're working with kids or adults with behavioral learning and socialization challenges, sometimes their deflections or behaviors or outward manifestations of gaps in brain development or inefficiencies in how they're processing their world, engaging and connecting with their world can be really challenging, can be really triggering for us as the parent, as the provider. We want to react. You know, their behaviors and challenges can trigger a reaction in us. And one of the things that we have to just get straight in our head is we have to have some self-discovery about what is it that triggers a reaction in us, each of us. And it's going to be a little different for each of us. Is it sound? Is it hyperactivity? Is it inattentiveness? Is it impulsive behavior? Is it pushback and a need to control? What is it? And then when we can have our own self-discovery about what our own deflections are, we can have more awareness of what things trigger our deflections and our knee-jerk reactions. And then we can come up with some strategies about how to be aware that that happens and what might trigger that. Set some specific strategies in your office and in your family so that you are managing the things that trigger you as best you can, and then just being aware that a reaction to a behavior as opposed to a connection and a lowering the overall energy is, you know, if you're in this reaction and anger, deflection, that is not productive. If we have a reaction from a patient or from a parent or a child, or a parent, we need to be able to understand what's happening there, control our own energy, our own responses, and respond and allow space for this, and then not just react. And that will create a healthier, more productive environment, and allow for space to later have really healthy connection and talk through logically why the reactions were there from the child or the patient in the first place. So remember, it's not about just reacting, it's about understanding what are our own triggers, what are our own deflections. Is it noise? Is it the need to control? Is it impulsive behavior? What is it that triggers you and your deflections? It gets you in your brainstem. Create strategies of understanding what that is for yourself, and then decrease the need or the desire that you have to just react by creating some prediction for yourself in this. Okay, everybody, tough one, but super important one.